Hi friend, today we are walking the Griffith Observatory hiking trail in Los Angeles. I'm here right now in Griffith Park, which is one of LA's biggest parks, if not the biggest park. And behind me, you can see Griffith Observatory. This is one of the most popular hikes in Los Angeles, and I'm so excited to show it to you and give you some local tips. So let's go. I am here right now just as the sun is starting to set. So that is a really nice thing to do when you're doing this hike, is come here maybe an hour or two before sunset, and then you can catch all the beautiful colors in the sky when the sun goes down and see all of the city from a great vantage point. It's absolutely breathtaking, and it's definitely one of my favorite things to do in LA. I'm already working up a sweat. It is an uphill climb to start. I just came up like probably less than half a mile and I am sweating. Okay, so a couple things that you're gonna wanna know about this hike. There are multiple entrances to Griffith Park. I recommend, if you're just doing this hike, I recommend coming in the Ferndale entrance rather than the Hillcrest entrance, because depending on where you park, I like to park near Trails Cafe. There's plenty of parking by Trails Cafe, and I think that's the easiest way to start this hike. You can easily see the entrance, there's like a playground, and you'll spot it right away. So if you're starting at Trails Cafe, enter on Ferndale Drive instead of Hillcrest. Otherwise, it will send you through all of Griffith Park, and you might actually get backed up in traffic because a lot of people will be visiting the observatory. So if you're just here for the hike, I recommend parking at Trails Cafe and going from there. Okay, so already I'm only a couple minutes into this hike, and I can already see great views of Los Angeles. And the sun is going down fast, so I gotta keep moving. So you can see this way is beautiful Griffith Observatory. And if you go just this way, you can see downtown LA right there. This is a gorgeous spot, one of the many viewpoints on this hike. So let's keep going. We'll make our way up to the observatory. As you can probably see in the distance, there are a lot of people up there. It's a very popular thing to do, especially in the summer. And today is not as hot as it has been, so there are a lot of people here. We're coming up to the observatory, and you can see the Hollywood sign right away. It's over there. And Griffith Observatory is right over here. And it's really beautiful. Just caught the sunset. If you have never been to LA before and you're thinking about coming, or if you're just interested in learning about LA, Griffith Observatory is one of the coolest places in the city, in my opinion, because first of all, there's just so many great views. So that's number one. Second, the inside has a lot of science exhibits, and there's actually a Tesla coil in there, which you can see. It's really cool. And it's just a great place to learn about astrology, natural sciences, atoms, how our galaxy came to be. And actually in the basement, there's a whole hallway of stars that's made out of jewelry pins. That's one of my favorite things that people tend to overlook. They forget to look in the basement, but I love that feature of the observatory. And they actually have star parties here. I think it's once a month. You can come and they bring out telescopes and you can look at stars and planets and the moon. So there's always something happening here, and it's just such a romantic place as well. I think it's one of the most romantic places in Los Angeles. So it's definitely a must on any trip to LA. And of course, you can see the Hollywood sign from here, which is always a favorite if you haven't seen it before in real life. It's always fun to see it for the first time, or just even multiple times. I've seen it several times, and I still like glancing at it when I can from time to time. Well, this statue of James Dean, which is behind me, is to commemorate the movie Rebel Without a Cause. It was the first movie filmed at the observatory in 1955. And of course, several movies have been filmed since then at the observatory, but Rebel Without a Cause was the first one. So if you're a really big classic Hollywood movie buff, that might be a fun thing for you to do, is come to Griffith Observatory on your trip and during this hike. Yeah, all right, let's keep going. Okay, so now from here, you carefully cross the parking lot and you will see one of the most beautiful views as well. Another beautiful view. There's several, but there's a great viewpoint you can hike to from here. Now, I'm here later than I should be, so I would recommend coming 2 hours before sunset so that you have time. So we're gonna see how far I get. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the viewpoint today, but we're gonna try. And we'll see. I do have a headlamp with me though. That is a key thing. The sun is going down very quickly. It is going to get dark very soon. And, as a woman walking alone, it is, a pretty safe hike here, but you always want to watch out and just be cautious of your surroundings, and especially when the night falls. So I'm glad I brought my headlamp. That is a key thing. So I won't be walking in the dark, and I don't have to use my phone for a flashlight. So I'll be hands-free, which will be really nice. All right, let's see if I can make it to this viewpoint. Fingers crossed. Okay, so unfortunately, time ran away on me, and I'm not gonna make it to the other viewpoint today, but it is the Tom LaBonge one that I really like. It is so stunning. I will have to share some photos I've taken there before in the community section of my YouTube channel. So I'll put them there so you can see how beautiful it is. I'm sorry I didn't make it there today, but it is past 8 o'clock, and as you can tell, the light is slowly fading. I will also more than likely have a blog post coming up about how to do this hike, so I'll leave that in the description below so you can get all the full details on this hike. So another thing is you can park up here if you want to. You'll just get in the thick of the observatory crowd if you're just planning on hiking, but it costs $10 to park up here, and if you just park by Trails Cafe, it's $0. So that's just a quick little tip right there. And honest to God, I swear I've paid $20 to park up here before. I was here in December and it was definitely $20. So I think that price is subject to change, if you ask me. All right, so I have this handy headlamp with me and I'm really happy I have it because it got dark. I actually got this headlamp on the Camino de Santiago, which I walked last year. I bought it before I left for my trip. And if you haven't seen those videos yet, definitely go check them out. I have a multi-episode series where I walk the 500-mile Camino. And I walked just around this time a year ago. So lots of memories, and look at that view. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.